All right, finally, the kids are gone. The classroom is empty. Time for another long trip in the Tesla out west. Trying to go with my wife to Arkansas, mine for diamonds. She didn't want to spend more than 3 days, and it would be tough to travel there for one day, mine, and travel all the way back. So I guess we're going to postpone that. And talking to my teachers' friends in the halls, which we usually do a lot, we got some ideas on where I needed to go, and one teacher across the hall said, you got to go to Zion National Park. It's one of the most beautiful parks in the nation. So I guess that's where I'm going, Zion National Park. Two parts of this video, and two things I'd like to accomplish. One is proving people that you can go on long trips in an electric car, a Tesla. I have a Model Y long range, almost 300 miles to charge. Yes, you can travel long distances in a Tesla and be very comfortable and save money. People say that camping is rough. Well, we're going to try to be more of a glamping, not a camping this time. So I hope you understand we're going to drive my Tesla over 3,500 miles in Utah's national parks, and I'm going to be able to survive. Most people say you'll be spending most of your time at Tesla charging stations. Well, I'll tell you exactly how many charging stations we will use. People say that it'll be more expensive. It's going to be less expensive, and people say it's not going to be comfortable. Well, I hope it's going to be comfortable. We're going to find out. Again, this all might be wrong. Who knows? They also think that camping is fighting mosquitoes and sleeping in a tent that's very uncomfortable. I hope we prove them wrong there too. Saturday, June 6th, 4 a.m. Normal people will be sleeping, but abnormal people will be waking up and traveling all the way to Colorado Springs. It's going to be a full, fun-fledged day of traveling in an electric car filled to the brim with camping gear. Now, I'll be doing approximately 4 or 5 different charging stations. Some people think charging stations are lame. Well, when you're over 50 years old, charging stations are necessary. So I need to, of course, use the restroom, get a bite to eat, stretch my legs, and by that time, the charge is over and I'm off. Then after 1,200 miles, I'll be arriving in Colorado Springs, which I will be arriving extremely late, probably 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. So I will immediately probably just go right to sleep in a hotel and then wake up that next morning, and I'll be very close to this place called Garden of the Gods. They have gorgeous scenery there. They have the balancing rock. They have a lot of other scenery there. So I'll spend about an hour and a half just looking at the scenery, and then I'll take off to my base camp, which is in the middle of Utah. Just to save time on the way from Colorado Springs to my base camp, in the middle there is going to be Canyonlands National Park. Now, Canyonlands National Park, I'll be probably stopping there for about 3 hours and looking around the park. Then after looking at the scenery, I will continue on to my base camp, which I think is Taurus, Utah. And it's supposed to be the Thousand Lakes RV site. Then I'll set up my wonderful inflatable tent. It'll take about 5 minutes to blow up, but it's going to take probably about 45 minutes to set everything up, maybe longer. We'll see. This is going to be a dry run. My dry run will be my main run too. So we're going to figure out if that actually is going to all fall into place nicely or not. It's about a 16 by 12 tent, inflatable, 2 rooms. One will be the bedroom, the other one will be our kind of like dining room, living room, be able to watch TV type of thing, and hopefully an air conditioner that will work. Then what I'll do is I'll wake up and I will go to Bryce Canyon and Capitol Reef, and I'll explore those beautiful parks. That will be on day 3. Then I'll go back to base camp, hopefully spend a nice evening, get a nice meal in me, get a shower. Yes, they will have showers there. I'll just use my shower. Then on day 4, I'll wake up and I'll go to Zion National Park. This is the park where one of my colleagues said it's the most beautiful park in the nation, which I will be the judge of that. And that's all she wrote. Looks like this trip will take 6 days, over 3,500 miles. It'll be covering 4 different parks, and hopefully easy with the autopilot. So now I have to get back because it is Friday and I need to wake up pretty early tomorrow. I still need to pack. So off to pack that Tesla all the way to the brim. This will be interesting to see if I can get everything in there with that huge tent and air conditioning. We will see how this goes. All right, you talking about packed to the rim. Got all my clothes, mosquito stuff, a little bit of food stuff on top of that. And then of course I got a bunch of food in my trunk with drinks. And then we walk on over. You'll see it's totally packed. Look at that, totally packed. Flooring of the tent. This is part of the tent. This is my shower. There's my air conditioner. Notice I have a tent all the way in the back. There is no room. I don't even know if this thing's gonna close. Hey, we got liftoff. Looks like we'll be okay. All right, tomorrow morning, it'll be 4 a.m. tomorrow. I'll probably leave earlier because I won't sleep. So we'll see. We'll get there. Hopefully we'll be in Colorado Springs sometime. Good supercharger stations on this one. Going this way, I'm trying to beat this rain. So if I can beat that rain, that'd be great. Got a really nice rest stop in the middle of Kansas. It has all these superchargers, but then it has these third-party chargers too. It's kind of neat. Hopefully everybody will jump on board, and we're just beating the storm, I think. So. Well, 22 hours in the car. I am now at Colorado Springs, right next to Garden of the Gods. See that tomorrow morning, or hopefully around 6 o'clock. Cramming in from 6 to 6:30. I got a 10-hour drive to Bryce Zion Campground. So that should be fun. I get there probably, hopefully, before 6. So I can set up the tent before it gets dark. So we'll see if we can get her done. All right, saw a map. I guess this is like a visitor center. So I think the garden is that way. If you can see through the bugs. Positive is that there's nobody on the road at 6:30 in Colorado. Looks like everybody sleeps in. And Garden of Gods to the right. So I was right to begin with, but I turned around, of course. I kept walking by it, down to the rock. How did I miss that? Desolate here. All these mountains. It just seems like these little cities, villages is going to pop up out of nowhere. Supercharge or to do something.
Years later.
change of plans today. Wanted to go to Bryce, but as far as the superchargers go, there's a ton of superchargers at Bryce. So I'm gonna hit Bryce on the way back so I can charge up and take off after Bryce tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to Zion today because there's not a lot of superchargers at Zion. There's actually none. So it's kind of a last minute thing. Gonna do the thing called a Riverside Walk. I think it's called the Narrows. And then hike maybe for 30 minutes. And then come back, use the shuttle and see all the sights with the shuttle. Save electrons and hopefully see some good scenery. We'll see. The cluster. They don't have enough parking spaces for everybody. So everybody's parking everywhere. There's not even a parking spot anywhere for anybody to get to. Finally found the visitor center. They said we can't do anything without being parking, so we actually have to drive to a different town, park in the town, pay to park, use the shuttle, and go back here. So crazy. Riverside Walk. There's a river next to me, and there's a huge rock on the other side. All right, this is how stupid I am. My car is parked right there, right behind that tree, okay? This is where I was off to and going to. I could have just walked there. Instead, I walked back to a town called Springmore and took a shuttle bus. Waited in a spot for 15 minutes. Took a shuttle bus all the way back here when I could have walked 200 yards. Oh my goodness. Again, look. That's my car. That's where I needed to go. I walked down the sidewalk that way, opposite direction to Springdale. I went to bus stop 2. I was about ready to wait until I looked at my Tesla app and saw where my car is, and I said, I can't just walk there. Oh my gosh. Good day. A lot of Zion though. I'm Zioned out. 1 to 10, it's an 8. Pretty good. All right, hiking all day. I think I deserve a nap. Open up my tent. Air's flowing through. Got a dry towel now. It's time for a nap. Woke up around 6:30, and this is what I got now. I packed it all away in an hour. It's 7:30 now. Off to Bryce Canyon, last day. We'll see. I like that view. That's gorgeous. Try to enlarge it, but I can't. Well, off to Bryce Canyon. Here we go. We packed everything up in about an hour. This is the part where it gets to be like, what's the park like? How do I get in the park? Where do I go? So I chat GPT'd it, and it said just go ahead and get through the main entrance, and then go to Sunrise Point first. I think next is Inspiration Point. It kind of kicked it out for me in a certain order. So we'll see if they said chat GPT, so we can kick it all out in about 2 to 3 hours. I don't know about that. So it all depends on how crowded it is today. I'm assuming it's going to be just as crowded as Zion was yesterday. And of course it's 7:59, so it's still a little late. So I'll probably hit the crowds. Hopefully not. If not, I'll finagle my way through. So we'll see how it goes. All of a sudden, the scenery changed to this right here. Isn't that incredible? This is what inside the park looks like. It's sort of like you just drive through the park. I don't know what those things are. You kind of just drive through the park and you just kind of follow the signs if you want to go to Sunset Point or Sunrise Point or whatever. I'll tell you what, as far as ease of access, Bryce Canyon is pretty nice. Just parked over there, right here, Sunrise Point. Walking to it, a lot of walking, but very nice, organized, small, but packs a big punch. Bryce Canyon. So look how peaceful this is to walk. Look at that. It feels like nobody's here, but a lot of people are here. Just very peaceful. All right, here we go. Turn around, I'm walking up, and here's what I see. My first view of Bryce Canyon. Tell you, this is the first site I've been to, and I'd stay here all day. Sunrise Point. I bet the sunrise is amazing here. Tell you what, this is absolutely breathtaking. All the parks I've been to, this is the most peaceful, quietest, easiest to get to, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the weird part about these parks. I mean, you can just step right off here if you want to. There's no fence, there's no guidelines. No rocks, no do not jump. Wow. I haven't left this part of the park yet. I've been here for a while. I don't want to leave. And there's just nobody here. It's peaceful. And I'm just enjoying it. I feel like I got to rush to go see the other parts of the park, but man, this is just so nice and peaceful. I know I'm talking a lot, but man, I tell you what, I love how this park is laid out, very organized, being able to get to one place to another. This is my third place in the past probably 30 minutes. Easily to get off, park, walk to your site, see it, get back in the car. Easy directions to get to the next point. If you want to go, great. If you don't, that's fine. But it's pretty easy. Look at this. Just get off, walk to the area, see what you want to see, and then you go. That's Inspiration Point way up there. Yeah, it's a walk, but it's going to be a gorgeous view. Okay, compare the two parks, Bryce Canyon and Zion. Zion really spread out, really big. Hold on, there's deer here. Comparing the two parks, Zion, huge. You got to take a shuttle to get to your spot, and sometimes it takes up to 5 to 7 minutes on the shuttle to get to your spot. There's 9 different locations in Zion. Really 3, 4, 8, 9 are the 4 you need to go to. If I were you and I was in Zion, I would basically use electric bikes. Rent an electric bike and do the whole thing. Pretty cool how electric bikes really help out. As far as Bryce goes, it's so small, you can knock it out in an hour and a half. I'm done in an hour and a half. I'm seen everything in Bryce, and it packs a bigger punch, I feel, than Zion. And it's real easy. There's only about 5 different spots you can go to. It's one road. It's about 4 miles long, and you just veer off of these roads. So Bryce Canyon, Zion 7.5, Bryce Canyon 9.510.
One million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
All right, we're back. Beard, hair, didn't shave since I left. All right, here we go. The Geek Stats. The trip took over 4,000 miles. It took 32 hours to get there, and it took 5 hours to get back because of the 3-hour traffic jam. Because of the forest fires, that was a weird traffic jam. So total traffic time was 67 hours, but there was a total of 4 hours of charging stations involved in that, and that's there and back. So a total time of 71 hours traveling because of the times you had to supercharge. Camping overnight was $60. It was $30 a night. I used 2 hotels. I got one there and I got one coming back because I didn't drive all the way through. Total for the hotels was $270. Food was $60 total that I spent. I had a lot of peanut butter and jelly, a lot of ramen noodles, so on and so forth. Total price for charging is $250. That's there and back, by the way. So total price of the trip was $640. It was approximately 15 cents a mile. Now, as far as glamping goes, I glamped as much as I could. I like to buy more stuff, another table, a couple more chairs. I want to buy another bed. It was great, though, watching TV at nighttime, projecting it onto the wall. I didn't have any video of that, but I did that. That was nice. The camp I stayed at had a shower, and not just a shower, but also laundry mats. It was actually free of charge. Some people say that's pretty cheap to do that. Well, remember, I charged at the campground most of the time, and that charge is free. It's $30, of course, for the campground, but it was a free charge. My trip changed a little bit. I took out Capitol Reef and I took out Canyonlands. reason why is because they kind of looked exactly the same as Bryce and Zion, so why look at them again and take more time out of my trip? So my trip total time was 5 days, and the 2 parks I saw was Zion and Bryce Canyon. One thing I want to do a little bit more next year, and I say this every year and I never do it, is just slow down. Don't try to get there and get back real fast. Do stuff in between, the coffee shops, but these all take time. And I knew I didn't have a lot of time this summer to do a bunch of stuff because football's starting up and I want to get involved in kind of fixing my house up and all that kind of stuff. So it was a 5-day total trip, 2 days at national parks. The other days, of course, be traveling. And other than that, it was a great trip. I really enjoyed it. Next year, I have no clue what I'm doing. Haven't even thought about it yet. But it's been a real joy to have the opportunity to do this. So next time, we will see how it goes. Have no clue what I'm doing. See ya.